Hi, Mr. Rama. Thank you so much for helping me with my project.
Okay.
I was wondering, did you know that NASA is planning to send people back to the moon in 2024?
Uh, I'm not aware of it actually. I am not aware of it.
Do you remember the last time we sent people back to the moon? Do you remember the last time people walked on the moon?
Uh, I'm not really.
But Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and those folks,
Because I am not interested in the politics, the way it is going on. When
mm,
I see when I see this politics, what is going on? See, even if you select a dog, it has to be allowed to be do what it has to do. Not simply remove the dog, put another dog.
sure.
So this is I don't like the way they treat a head of the country.
Mm.
I am not liking it. I am not for republic or democratic, but the way they are doing is not correct. That's
Well,
why
there's
I
definitely a
don't
lot
want to
of.
even look into politics really.
Well, let's not talk about politics, but what do you think? Do you remember when Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon for the first time? I think it may have been big news uh, back in 1969.
1969, what is the big news?
The Americans landing on the moon.
Because we were not totally ignorant about America at that time.
Mm.
We were not aware of it.
Hmm.
I came to this country only in 1993,
1993,
but permanently I settled from 98.
98.
Yes.
But what do you think about space exploration, developing space
Space
and
explorations.
exploring?
See, is it possible for the human beings to live on a moon, do really anything that can contribute to the prosperity of the any place? Does it really do that? If they want to explore the Mars also, the temperatures are different. Will it really contribute to the prosperity of this country? At least a small way also. So that is what is my doubt about it.
Well, a lot of people share those doubts that maybe it's not a useful expense of resources, and that maybe our money would be used for other things. But on the other side of that, the thought is that there's so many raw materials in space. If we could somehow use those to um, uh, use space mining and manufacturing to reduce some of the load that we put on the Earth, and also space-based solar power. The sun sends out billions of times more energy than the Earth actually absorbs, and so if we could somehow use some of that energy to power our cities and our
See,
manufacturing and things like that.
okay, I will tell you. We have done physics on materialistic side, lot of advancements. For example, atomic explorations, even small gun inventory. All these inventions are good, but our culture has not developed to use them. Strictly speaking, we are misusing all these development. Materialistic developments are good, no doubt. They are fantastic, but our culture has not reached to that extent. The way I see, the way they treat the people with the gun, or the way they treat country to country using the bombs and other things, when
Right.
I look at it, I feel our culture has not improved. After all, see, if I am in India, I may identify with particular state. I belong to this state. When I come out of India to America, I will say, I am from India. When I identify as a human being with other beings, I am a human being. And if I want to be all, I am a being, that's all. If all creatures, I am thinking I am one of them. That integrity has not come up in the people. That's why this material advancement, they may be exploring space, but our advancement is we have not done enough efforts to improve our culture. That is to be basic fundamental requirement for this country is that.
And what do you see as something that might help with that in terms of developing our culture? and making us look at things in terms of benefiting all of humanity as opposed to one group trying to benefit itself at the harm of another group. I mean, like, how do we grow up?
That is where, we think we are all make our own cocoon. We live in that. That is the basic problem. Unless I think all human beings are same as me. They are part of this. It's the same God's creation. We are all same part of Him. We are not different from each other. That basically it is the love in the humanity. It is the love is the characteristic of the God. The love alone creates anger. Love alone creates jealousy. Love and create hatred. The love is the basis substratum on which all other qualities are coming up. Even desire. You love it, so you desire for it. And you are miser if somebody says, you love it. It is the love, basically, it is the love that is the substratum. Like God is the substratum on which entire universe is standing. Same is the case, love is the substratum. That's why love is the God. God is the love. And that substratum, that has not been understood unless people develop love for whole of this creation. And we are not at all near to that. We hate each other. We don't like each other. We don't like cultures. We don't like even other religions. These are all bad things. Even the way they convert people, it is not good. Conversion is a bad thing that is doing it. So that's why there are so many improvements that are required basically to improve. We have thinking culture that starts from the school, not anywhere else. Right from the basic schools it starts. So the teachers have to be educated well. They need to teach. And students have to have. See, in India, when I was there, they used to say one is obedience. Oh, and another is, it's not gratitude, but what is that word I have to use? I cannot translate it. There are two words. Those two
Like
are
honor?
required. It is not honor.
Respect?
One is to obey the
Obey.
elders, obeying. Yes, Sridevi. I don't know whether she knows the word. Those two qualities are not found in the dictionary of any school. I don't find that.
Well, what is it in Tamil? What's the name of the quality in Tamil? Maybe,
See, they have to be.
or Telugu. Yeah, what is the name of the quality in Telugu?
Oh, you want me to? Good. Vinayam Vidhet means obeying it. Teach. Vinayam Vidheta. ఏమంటారు చెప్పది
Modesty.
Modesty and obedience.
Like
Now I got the
humility.
words. These are the two words. Modesty and obedience. Unless these two qualities are there in the student, they will not care for the teacher. The teacher is at their mercy. So basically this discipline starts from kindergarten. So how student has to be. So it comes from parents. Parents have to educate their children to see that they are modest in their school with everybody. They are obedient to the one who is teaching. Then they will learn better.
Right.
These two qualities are missing. I never find. Once school sent for my grandson a list of qualities. One, I don't find those two qualities. In the 30 qualities they specified. I don't find these two qualities. So these are the only two insisted in education in my younger days.
Now, obedience is one thing that...
They think it is servant. No, it is not servant. Obedience is to obey the teacher, what they say. They need to respect them.
But humility is something that I was wanting to toss an idea by you and see what you think. In 1968, whenever we had the first people orbit the moon and look back at Earth and see Earth as a little blue ball in the sky, taking that picture and circulating it around the world made people realize how small the Earth is and how little our place is, and also how the Earth isn't divided up naturally like we see on the map all the time, that you can't tell.
At that time, I was working in an industry. when I was, we had a big canteen within the industry. It is a telephone industry with 22,000 people working there. We had a small canteen where I take my lunch. When I went there, one of the canteen boy, he was, sir, they never went to moon. They have taken somewhere photograph and put it. He never changed even in spite of my telling. It is a real.
Wow.
So that is the type of concept he had. Even now there are people who don't believe it.
What do you think?
I have no idea really, because I'm not really, that's where I am totally not in favor of these explorations basically, because we should try to improve upon this earth, make it better place to live, make it a better place to live. How the generations are going, I wonder really in the next 50 years.
But as some people say that one of the problems of our society and with the culture is that we lack some great purpose or project, and that going out and exploring the solar system and colonizing space and kind of expanding the reach of humanity could be that great purpose that helps to take all these energies that we sort of waste on each other and kind of send it in some purposeful way.
I will. Is the cost of establishing that, is it cheaper than utilizing it on the earth itself? See, first of all, people should be educated. Basically, see, if I have 10 children, what type of education I can give, what type of care I can give, I should think about it. So there is no, in this country, people are, they are aware of it, but there are some families, they don't care about it, what the children they got. They can have any number of children. They don't bother about their education, parents. These things, unless they improve upon it, we have enough of production to eat and live. There are only 3 things required: the cloth, the shelter, and the food. These 3 are essential.
Right.
With those 3, one can live.
Right.
Those 3 are available in plenty in this country.
And I think we have the technical resources to actually make them plentiful in the world too. That it's not a technical problem; it's a social problem.
But that's why these social problems have to be solved first. So a space exploration, you are doing it, keeping so many. It is like, it is burning. The city is burning, but I want to play on my fiddle. It is like that. It is like that. See, you are draining so much of economy from the country. But instead of that, how do we improve education system? How do we mold our character? How do we create? Every day morning I hear so many people are killed by guns in the night.
Right.
Somebody passing by house and all that. What is that indicates is there is some mental problems.
There's definitely lots of mental problems.
So these problems cannot be solved by explorations.
Well, they also can't be solved with money either. That requires
So it
something
requires
else.
basically, that's why our science advancement, it is already enough advancement has been done, but our culturally we are not advanced to use them. So we should first raise our people to that level where they can use it. Now, for example, people want to have a gun. That means if they are carrying gun, they are living with fear. It means you have created, of all the bad characters, of all the bad qualities in the life, fear is the worst thing of all. All other things will come next to it. Fear is one of the worst quality. One should not have it. That is the one thing. So the people are having a gun means they are living in fear. So if that is the culture, you have to like fearless living. Then only you can love. If the fellow is approaching, he may have a gun. I don't know what he will do. If that is the way we are living, what is the use of it?
Yeah.
So that's why our culture has to be improved to use already existing infrastructure, technical advancement, medical advancements. You look at even hospitals, the doctor has got mind only on the money.
Well, some of them.
Not on Q. Most of them.
Most of them.
All corporate hospitals.
Yes.
Their main aim is they do 32 tests on blood.
Right.
There will be one defect or two. When they tell you that your mind will be already, working on that. We become bigger patients. Ignorance, you would have been happily lived. The happiness is removed.
Right.
Once happiness is removed, he becomes a patient. This is what is being done now.
But I think, I mean, what is there in our society that can help address this? And I believe that a key, first step is to have conversations like this, to talk about the issues and to explore those types of things. I was wondering what other steps you think might be key to making that happen. I mean, what changes the culture,
No, that is what I told you. It starts with parents
right?
training their children, then comes to schools. That is the way culture and changes. And automatically you will see there is a love everywhere. There is a prosperity. There is everything. Then we don't have to bother about going somewhere. See why I have come to America is there is a lot of money power in this country.
Yes.
So when I have got a mind to earn money, I will try to come here.
I see. So, you're missing your sense of community that you had in India.
There is so much of population there. Say there is a population of when India and Pakistan, all those things, British people have divided that into 5 pieces and gone. And
Five
that has
pieces.
created Pakistan, Ceylon, separated,
Ceylon,
Nepal.
Nepal,
Like that there are so many.
India.
Burma, all these things are separated. So they made into 5 pieces and they're gone.
Right.
So, and once they divide, they will fight. They know it. It is the brothers who fight for the land, not anybody else. Same is the case here also. So, now, for example, population was less than 15%, 14% or something Muslim in India. Today it is more than 20%. So that population is increasing. Why it is increasing? In this community they go on producing children. That is so what happens? There problem because everybody is not matured enough. Religion. You are seeing how much of the terrorism is going on in this world,
Right.
and which part of that the world is the terrorism. You know that what is
Well,
that contributing?
I mean, but you have that, but I mean, you also have
So
that
this
Las Vegas.
creates problems.
Right.
Once this happens, this is creating problem. Now even England, it may be ruled by minorities now. It's a matter of time. In another 10, 15 years, it will be ruled by minorities. That's what they expect.
There's definitely some people who are advocates of Brexit that are afraid of that. I think that is part of the drivers there. But I think you're touching on kind of one of the key concepts that may have caused a lot of our problems in the past 100 or plus years, and that is this
Okay,
belief.
I will ask one question. What is the greatest thing the Space Center has contributed to the welfare of these people?
The one greatest thing I would say would be perspective. The idea that the Earth is not the center of the universe, that the Earth travels around the sun,
Right.
that it's only a small
Whole
little
universe
speck.
is moving.
The whole universe
See, even
is moving.
in this, the electrons are moving continuously in orbits.
Right.
There is nothing like, as a matter of fact, what you see as a wall is nothing but empty. If we are able to condense all the nucleus to it, maybe it will not be even 1 cubic centimeter. The wall will be hollow.
Yes.
So that's why
Exactly.
it is it not? So our concept, what we see is not what it is.
Well, yeah.
Is it not?
I mean, we only see things through
Eyes.
with our eyes and
Limited.
hear things with our
And we are
ears
also deluded outlook.
Oh, it is. Is it time for dinner?
I'm saying that long?
Oh, well, just as long as it as it goes. But
It is a deluded
Short
outlook.
answers, please. Short,
sure, it's okay. This is good. This is good.
short answers.
I am talking freely.
Then
But
that's
frankly.
he's recording.
Doesn't matter.
You give him short answers, concise answers.
but this is a free flow and thinking that it's,
No,
it's-
it does not.
There's absolutely no.
I have not made any allegations against anybody.
You have strong opinions.
You do have strong opinions, but that's okay. Strong opinions are good.
No, I am only asking what is that contributions for the prosperity of this country has been done by space exploration. For example, one contribution the communication.
Communication.
Space satellites have come.
Right.
Is it not?
Uh-huh.
The satellites, defense satellites have come.
Yeah, and a GPS and weather satellites.
Not only GP, there are so many conveniences have come. But what is being done? What is the misuse we are doing it with that? That has to be solved.
Yeah,
See, it is. I'm telling you, technically wonderful. They have done a lot, but what is the bad effects of it? Nobody is trying to look into that. Our culture basically has to be improved to use these advanced technologies, advanced medical field, any field. We have advanced in almost all fields. To use that, basically our character has to be improved. That is my conclusion. There is no.
Well, I think most people would agree with that, that we could do a lot better if we improve our character. And that
Yes.
we need to work on some societal issues. Just
See,
as a
nobody
matter.
can, no outsider can come and improve. It has to start from parents.
Sure.
It has to start from parents, then schools. Then next is, these are the only two places where child is born ignorant, totally.
Sure.
Is totally. So his education starts in the house, parents, then in the school. These two places only mold the child. So they have to improve basically in the character of this nation. Means from parents it starts, not anywhere else. Parents, then teachers. So how do they do it? What are they doing it? That is, I am doubting about it because the way I see it, even in schools shooting is going on.
Yes.
When I see all those things, I feel it is, they are not doing anything for character development.
Yeah.
That's 1 in a million, so.
It is.
always
It's
going
really.
to be,
It's so shocking it becomes news if it
yeah,
happens one
but
time.
percentage-wise, it's not really
I know
substantial. I mean, that's a,
teenage driving deaths are far worse, but they don't make news because we're so used to them at this point. But
so.
well, thank you very much. And
Thank you.